Welcome back to Captain DLC Gaming. We are jumping back into the arena in the standard ranked queue, and we just crossed over into the platinum level. So we are still playing the Odd Ultimatum, an adventures deck with Obosh, Terror of the Peaks, and the Genesis Ultimatum as our key cards. Usual suspects of adventure creatures, great hinge for that value. Let's jump right in and see how we do playing at platinum level here with this deck. Able to get some wins down at the gold level to get us up here. So this was a deck that that got us there. Platinum level so far has been my ceiling as a player. We'll see in the upcoming weeks if I'm able to climb the ladder a little bit further this time. But ultimately today, I want to find out if this is viable at the platinum level. This is a very interesting opening hand. I think it's keepable. Opponent goes first. We definitely need to draw into things other than green. We'll start off by getting Bell out on the battlefield. See if our opponent's in mono green. They are. Likely. No 2-drop that we're too worried about, so let's go ahead and get the Triumph down. And we'll swing in against the snake. Ooh, 2 Lotus Cobras. Gonna be key for our opponent next turn. See what they can do this turn with 3 additional mana. Mammoth comes down, makes sense. Yikes. Alright. So I think we have to play the Lovestruck Beast here. Well, nothing's got trample, actually. We probably should have considered that. We could have gone Bell and used Spike Field Hazard to make sure we hit our land drop. For the next turn, we could Cultivate. That means we're taking 4 next turn. I like that. So let's get blue and red. And doesn't really matter here, I don't think. We'll let Bell hold down the battlefield for us. No landfall. So here we take 3. Tear the Peaks, that's a good draw for us. We've got the hinge. So, well, let's do this first. Lovestruck Beast. Play this as land. Get another Bell out. And hopefully that sets us up for Great Hinge next turn. An opponent scooped it up. Mono green, running for the fences here. We'll get our first win at the platinum tier. That opening hand wasn't too bad in that matchup by any means. Working our way toward Tear the Peaks, and then just start slamming slabs of beef, hoping to get the mana to get Genesis Ultimatum down. Let's get another match here. In the games leading up to achieving platinum, which honestly my win rate was really good, having Bone Crusher Giant early and Borrower early, especially in a matchup against something like Rogues, was really important. That is a lot of red. We'll keep this, and hope for green and blue. So we'll go ahead and start with the mountain. Speaker of the Heavens. Play that as blue. That's probably stomp worthy. See if our opponent plays anything else. Ooh, Aspirant also stomp worthy. What do we fear the most? That's tricky. We'll let that resolve. I think we take care of the Aspirant. Spike Field Hazard, we can take care of the Speaker later. Go ahead and get Bone Crusher Giant out. Just tempted to play Fertile Footsteps and get another land. We'll see about doing that next turn. Ooh. I do like having the Great Hinge available. Let's Fertile Footstep and get our double green that we need. And I think we're going to take the defensive route here. Bone Crusher Giant holding down the battlefield nicely. See if the opponent has removal available. I'm sure they're playing some. Instead, they choose the Planeswalker, which is really annoying. His +1 is super lame. Indestructible! Interesting choice. I think we'll take 3 here. Opponent will go up 2 life. So we cannot trade away the giant just yet. Spike Field Hazard. That's actually nice. They can discard to save the Hollow Blade though. Is it worth 1 mana just to make them discard? I think we gotta get the hinge out. Which means likely we're looking at a repeat of the next turn. Otherwise, play Terror, which is an applicable blocker. I think we have to go for the hinge here. I think that's the smart play. Do we play Spikefield Hazard as additional land? We need 2 more blue sources for Ultimatum. Yeah, I think we do. I think that's more valuable to us right now in the moment than just making our opponent discard a card by targeting Hollow Blade. Or taking 1 tick off of Basriket, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Skyclave Apparition. Yep, that's unfortunate. Unfortunate indeed. At least they can't reach the hinge, but there goes our giant. Selfless Warrior. Yep, usual suspects in mono white. Opponent in the tank. Yeah, that's what I expected. Definitely want to target the lifelink creature to get you up to 7 life total more than you're starting. So they want to get 27. So we'll hit 26 here. Ah, more red mana. Yikes. So we can Beanstalk Giant, draw a card. Terror the Peaks, draw a card. It's probably the best play. That leaves us 4 mana open. We can borrow something. See what we draw here. Redwall Innkeeper. Interesting. That draws us another card. It still leaves Brazen Borrower open. One damage. Target the Hollow Blade, see if they discard. Yep, they discard for it. Triome. That's good. Let's play that. That gets us closer to the blue that we need. Oh, right. It's telling me I could do that for cycled ability. We already played a land. Losing track of things here. It's either buyback Obosh or hold up Borrower. I think we hold up Borrower here. So we need to draw an island. Oh, yikes. Maul the Skyclaves? Yep. Yep. See if they use Basriket here to make Speaker of the Heavens a 6/6. Go after the Hollow Blade.
My sand will protect you.
So we have to bounce the Speaker here. +2/+2, flying on first strike. We would have wanted to wait until attackers there, so that they couldn't re-equip, but they didn't have the mana for it, so I just went ahead and bounced it. And the opponent scoops it up! Okay! I think we still had plenty of game to go, in my humble opinion. Opponent didn't want to stick around to see what happens. We're a little ways off of Ultimatum, needing 2 more blue. We would have been able to get the Triome down 1 step closer there. Beanstalk Giant would have come down for 7 damage, which likely would just take out the Planeswalker. But, I mean, we kind of had the value chain going, so I'll take the win in that case. And we get some cool prizes. Right on. Go into another game. See if we can keep this winning streak up in the platinum level. I am enjoying being able to play with our adventure card friends. So mana base isn't too bad here. We got green and red. We can get into Cultivate, Luster Beast into Great Hinge, Spikefield Hazard, optional. This is a good hand to start with. Are we up against mono red? Is this the game where we go up against mono red? Let's find out. I could hold up Spikefield Hazard. But I think I'm going to go ahead with Arch Desire first. Don't want to assume too much about our opponent, since they didn't have a 1-drop. Bell can be a little bit of a lightning rod. Alright. Deals 1 damage to each opponent. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, untap it. Alright. I accept those terms. So here, we go for red. Am I willing to make that trade? Yeah. Against mono red? Why not? Third our dominant there. Play red. Spike Field Hazard. It might be a little bit hasty. In retrospect, we'll see what they play. But going into their 3 drops, I expect to see things that we can't reach with Spike Field. And we get another one just in case. So here, we'll play blue. And then we will get down to Electric Beast for a blocker. Pass the turn. So we'd like to top deck Green Source. We can Great Hinge next turn. Really get the value train going. Or Brand, that's the problem. And not the case. Yeah, I think we can allow things to stay where they're at. Let's go get some land. So we want green, and we want blue. We want green to go down. I actually wanted blue to go down. Whoops, I messed that up. We could play another Fell. We'll hold up a defensive position here. Not the worst misplay, I'll take it. But yeah, untapped green would have got us another Fell on the battlefield. Yep. We'll take 2 here. Actually, we'll take 4 here. I expect a trick up their sleeve. Yep. So they'll go to face. Who would have blocked with the Electric Beast then? Oh, they'll take out the Beast anyways. Okay. One way or another, they got what they wanted. That's fine. So here, we can't play Hinge anymore. That is unfortunate. 5 mana. So we'll just get the Beast down again. I think that's our best bet here. Spike Field Hazard as a land. They go. Yep, the Pyroling shows up. It's +1/+0 and gains a double strike, yep. Okay, now we hinge. Value train. And let's see. Are we worried about bouncing something? Let's bounce Torbrand. I think is what we actually want to do. Or do we cultivate and not worry about Torbrand? Better yet, we can Beanstalk Giant. Let's see, what do we need? We need 1 more blue source. Yeah, I think we can afford that. And then we can still bounce Torbrand. So let's hold up Brazen Borrower. We'll worry about cultivating to make Greenstock Giant bigger later. And they do nothing. Let's make sure they're not going to do anything great the next turn. Bounce Torbran, because we can. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana available, so we can part with 2. So let's Edgewall Innkeeper. Draw a card. Cool. Let's go to attack. Swing in with the Lovestruck Beast. Play Giant. And say go. Yep, Torbran comes out. Should be far enough ahead now. Ultimatum. That would be a debilitating play for the opponent. It'd be nice to have... Well, we don't want to be too greedy. 1 Bone Crusher. Alright, let's see what we get done with attacks here. Attack with the big boys. Opponent down to 9. Yeah, let's go for it. Two Terror at the peak. Brutal. We'll keep that hinge. Oh, whatever. Opponent doesn't want to stick around for the triggers. They're toast. Wow, getting it done against mono red. I was wanting to put the triggers at the beginning, and I forget which order they went in. So, whatever the case may be, that's a battlefield that you want to see against mono red. I will take that win. Having the Lovestruck Beast out early was definitely a key factor in that game. Making sure the opponent didn't get too far ahead. Here we go into game number 4 as we are climbing the ladder in Platinum. So far, crushing it. Getting early scoops from our opponent. Getting Genesis Ultimatum down is a lot of times a salty scoop for our opponents. 2 islands and a triome, not quite where we want to be with opening lands. We do have the Cultivate to fix that. Bone Crusher Giant early on, Lovestruck Beast. That's keepable hand for us. Play out the triome to start. Opponent's looking to ramp, as are we. Third blue or red is the question. So right now with the triome, that keeps our options open. Do we get rid of the Caryatid early? Had a hard time saying that today. Yeah, let's keep our opponent off of ramping. Likely we just see another ramp spell here, but you never know. Uh-oh. We're playing against a Shrines deck. Oh no! Guess these decks are still lurking about. In any of the decks that I've played, I have never won against the Shrine deck. Not really sure what we're looking to do here. Expedite things against the Shrine deck. At least get up to 3 mana, so let's get a red source out. Is Cultivate the right decision? I think it likely is. If they truly are a Shrine deck, we're not worried about creatures. So we need our creatures to trigger off of Terror of the Peak. So we have another blue. We need another green. And I guess we could take another red here. On a clock with stone things. Yep, Sanctum of Calm Waters. Genesis Ultimatum, a good pickup for us here. We'll get green down. So we have 2 red. Let's see here. I think our best bet is to cultivate again. So we have 2 red. We need another blue and another green, and then we can leave the Triumph open for whatever the case may be. We'll go ahead and get out Heart's Desire, get Bell on the battlefield. There you go. Yep. 2 cards to hand, 2 damage at upkeep. The clock is on. Question I have is, do the Shrine decks play any counterspell? They throw away a Dire Tactics, interesting. They get down Tranquil Light. Okay, so let's go for it. Let's find out. Hopefully they don't have removal since they just pitched one away. Or that could mean that they have more available. If they get the red Shrine, that could be problematic for us. They could pick us apart then. Hopefully we beat them to the punch here. Just hoping that Terror of the Peak survives the turn and that we can slam Genesis Ultimatum. Opponent with a full grip, just as another Triumph. That makes sense. Play land. Looking at Terror of the Peaks. Making me nervous. Don't mess with my terror. Sanctum of All. At the beginning of your search for a library for a shrine card and put it in the battlefield. Alright, so they're going to go get red next turn. I bet you anything. Alright, let's hope we're lucky. All 5 creatures. Come on, baby. Oh, whiff! 1 creature. Dang it. But we got another shot at it. Let's crack these. We want a green. We're running out of land to grab. What else do we want? 3 reds, 3 greens, plenty of blues. Sure, another red. We'll go for maximum damage. Love Struck Beast. Opponent down to 3. I wish Thinks is back. Thinks works. Sweet deal. I'm not sure when that got fixed. I stopped doing that because it was just, opponent would say nice, and then it would just end up saying nice at the end instead of thanks. Yep, down to 9. So I mean, this is still a close game. If they have a board wipe, we're in trouble. But I don't know that Shrines has that. They do have the ability to pick things off here. X damage to target creature, planeswalker, number of shrines. So then get rid of the Love Strike Beast and the Terror of the Peaks. Extinction Event, they do have it. Ah. Oh. Yikes. Let's see. Ultimatum. Obosh would be nice to have out. It's going to cost us 8. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We'll have 12 available mana. We can't have them both. Let's try to Ultimatum again. And hope that Terror of the Peaks is in the 5-card draw. We're taking the high risk, high win situation here. Got 2 turns on the clock. At the most. With the Shrines in play. And we get Terror of the Peaks. And Beanstalk Giant. There we go. Oh, I can't say good game yet. We gotta finish our targets. Wow! Alright! Getting lucky with the Genesis Ultimatum there. After they were able to wipe the board, we went for it and we picked up Terror of the Peaks with the Beanstalk Giant as well as Brazen Borrower and a land. Explosive end to that game. Once you get your mana set up, that's what makes this deck so much fun to play. Slime and Genesis Ultimatums, always fun times. Let's get one more game in before we call it a day. I'm too excited to quit. We're on a winning streak. That is the first time that I've been able to beat the Shrines deck. That feels good. Oh my goodness. Edgewall Innkeeper deck? That feels like a risky keep. I mean, it does draw us cards if we draw into other things, but we're not doing anything until Beanstalk Giant. Ultimatum in hand. Oh, that feels clunky. Let's try it. We're on a lucky winning streak. We need to draw lands, and we'd like to see Bone Crusher Giants as well. Whoops. Dagnabbit. Grabbed the wrong red-faced card. Oh, against mono red, this is going to be interesting. Innkeeper. Yep, Pack Beast. Oh, woof. We're going to miss a land drop here. That's not going to be good for us in this matchup. So the Charger can take out 2 Innkeepers. Not something we want to tack into. However, we will take out the pack beast. I'll make that trade. Come on, land. Land off the top. We're in big trouble if we don't draw land this turn. There we go. There we go. Alright, let's make sure we get more lands going. Grab blue. No attacks here. This is not a good spot for us. We definitely should have mulliganed our hand. I knew better. I definitely knew better. Here, I think we go ahead and take the damage. Hope that we draw into Bloodstruck Beast maybe here. Want to get some value off of these Innkeepers. Spikefield Hazard. That's pretty good. But I want to play it as a land. Well, we could be patient and get Obosh out. We'll be taking 5 next turn. Yeah, I think we have to get to our land. I have to play that as a land here. We'll buy Obosh into the hand and sit back. Take a big swing from the opponent here. Acquisitions expert. Really good options for our opponent. I would take the Ultimatum or Obosh, I think, if I was in their shoes. They take Obosh. We are a ways off of Ultimatum, so that makes sense. We'll take the heat this time down to 9. Okay, so here we've got 2 green, 2. We need blue. And tear the peak. No trigger off of Innkeeper. We'll still hold them back as blockers. Ooh. Spark Mage. The party mechanic getting work done. Rogue, Cleric, Warrior. This gives them full party mechanic, so we'll block there. Yep, the pack beast. Another Ultimatum, don't have the mana for. So another terror, hoping that this one doesn't die immediately. We need an island off the top. Opponent gives a good game to us as we get completely slaughtered. We'll be polite, give a good game back. They're able to run us over before we could get to our big value, and we'll take our beats on the last game of this video. Thank you for sticking around until the end. Hope you enjoyed the gameplay. Obviously, it's more fun to watch when you're winning, and we're able to get some good matchups, draw some great cards, and we're able to do the things that the deck was meant to do. So we will see you next time in the arena. Catch you on the flip side.